Okay guys, right, I'm going to be doing this weekly update video on the progress of my exoskeleton. This is it so far. This is the first video in the series, and obviously I haven't done all of this in a week. But I'm going to be telling you guys how I've made it and what I've done. Okay, so I first started off thinking that I could making the exoskeleton not out of metal. I started with acrylic, a blue acrylic plastic, which I laser cut on my school's laser cutter, and I made that. I wanted to make it motorized so it would actually work. I started out with the arm, and I added these motor and some gears in order to actually make it work, but I used very weak stuff. It ran off of 3 AA batteries, so 4.5 volts, and it was a small motor and a small gear, and it went across my arm. So I held it. If I can find a picture, I'll put it in the video. But I held it like so, and I used my arm. It went on my arm, and then there was a motor right on my elbow and things. But then I made this hinge, sort of similar to this hinge right here, where it could spin in all axes. So this one, it can spin, if I can focus it. But this one, it can spin in the this axis, and actually it can rotate along this axis. No, it doesn't look it, but the arm, the rest of it's there. But so it can rotate. It's pretty convenient. Right, so I started off with making the frame. I made the frame. I did the arm, the metal arm first. I used aluminium flat bar. Okay, here it is. I used aluminium flat bar. This stuff right here. I'm sorry, this camera can't focus whilst it's actually in video mode, which is annoying, but I shall make my way around it. I'll have to pause and then focus and replay the video. Okay, so this is actually kind of tangled up. I haven't actually taken this ages. Let me untangle it. Okay, this is it. Right, I have a power drill, cordless drill, battery right here. There's the clip and everything. I've just clipped it on so that I can recharge this and interchange it, and then I've wired it all the way up to the battery. The reason this is so long is I'm going to put the battery, it mounts to the hip of the exoskeleton, because then there's less weight on the arm and the joints. But it's annoying, then there's wires. Oh, but it should be fine. And then I've got that leading up to a power drill motor, and I've hooked the power drill motor up to one of these style hand drills, right? And this is great because when you spin, so normally you're meant to use them when you spin this, the top spins, but I put it in reverse. I put the drill to here, and when you drill this, the arm, I have to connect the arm to this, the arm will spin like that, which is great. It gears down the motor, but it's much more torque into the arm, which means I should lift heavier things. And then I've wired this. This is a mess at the moment, but I don't know if I can show you guys. Oh no, I've wired this wrong. I'll have to, in the next week, maybe I will have this sorted out and fixed so I can show you guys the thing in action. But when you press the buttons, the arm should go up, down, up and down, and should have equivalent torque. I will also do some testing with how much weight it can actually lift. I have no idea at the moment. I really hope that it actually works. Okay, so I don't have a welder, and the way I've been joining all of these metals is these nuts and bolts. Yeah, these nuts and bolts that I've just screwed on these M4 bolts with M4 nuts. I also have M4 washers. I'm going to try and get these more of these lock nuts. I have some lock nuts in here. No, not there. I can't seem to find them. But around the place I have lock nuts which just hold the things together, hold them in place. Here we go, here's some. So, lock nuts there. Lock nuts have a nylon thread around them so that they don't just wobble off. These things sometimes they do just wobble off. They're pretty loose. Look, I can just brush my hands against it and you can hear it coming undone. Right, and then so yeah, I started off with a frame. I made this thing, all these connected. Yep, so yeah, I made all of these and them connected with nuts and bolts. And all of this, and all of this. Yeah, and then I started, I bought some aluminium sheet metal, which is just like this. I ordered it off of Amazon. Just like that. These are 40 centimeters by 60 centimeters, I think. And the first thing I did, I bought 2 of them. And then after, yeah, so I bought them, and they came and they arrived at the beginning of the Christmas holidays. The second day of the Christmas holidays, I made this frame out of this wood that this specific piece came from when I ordered this aluminium flat bar from this website called Metals for You, I believe. And this came with it to make sure the aluminium didn't bend in packaging. It's actually so much better than when I ordered it off of Amazon. I ordered these things off of Amazon, and some of them came bent. But it was fine, it worked out fine in the end. I made this frame. I had it like that. I had just this. I cut, I don't know if you can see, but I cut halfway into one of them along the edge like this, and halfway in the other one, and then I just glued it and drilled straight through into this long piece, and then just drilled and screwed some wood screws into there with some plywood. But that wouldn't hold up. This thing wouldn't hold up without me adding this just piece of board, particle board or whatever. I don't really know what it is. I just turned it over, drilled through, and screwed some screws straight through, and I think you can see that they're kind of coming out there. There's the hole for them. There's the hole there. Okay, and then I took this and I bent it. I did it at home. This thing is pretty easy to bend. You can just bend it with your hand. And so is this. I bent this. In fact, I bent all of this by hand. Although some of the tight angles on here I did at school on a metal vise and a hammer. But the rest of it, yeah, I bent by hand. So yeah, it's not exactly the strongest of metals, but it's pretty light, which is good. I can hold this thing in one hand, lift it up. It's starting to become heavier, but that's because of all the amount of sheet metal I put on it. When it was just a frame, it was really light. Yeah. So, right, the hinges for the feet. I made these hinges so they hinge like so. I can twist my feet like. I really need two hands to show this, but this hinges like that. I can move my feet in either direction, which is great. Also hinges up and down. I can press it down and up. It's a kind of a natural hinge. I didn't intend for it, but it actually does kind of twist like so, which allows me to twist my leg. I might implement something better in the future. I probably will, because it's pretty flimsy. I made this back brace a while ago. I just made it initially. Just bent the metal like with my hands, just like so. And then I put the reinforcement X down there. I also had these things fit onto there, just like that, and same one, this one on the other side. I don't know if I can show you guys, I hope you can see that. But they fit like that, and that holds the battery for this arm. The arm has this piece of aluminium rod. Sorry, I keep doing it off the camera, but that can swivel either way, and there's the holes in them, which then allow me to. Let me show you. It'll be easier if I show you. But yeah. But that goes onto there, and there would be an aluminium piece that connects the pipe to the connections over there, and that would house the arm. Let me fashion that together, and I will be right back. Okay, I have now attached the arm, and yeah, so it just attaches onto the thing. So yeah, it just attaches on like so. This thing can hinge like that. The whole arm hinges. It's like out of focus again. I'm sorry, but yeah, that can hinge. This can rotate. The sleeve here just loosely attaches onto there. That can rotate. This can rotate upwards, so you can move the whole arm up, and this can rotate sideways, so you can move the whole arm out like that, which gives all axis of movement to shoulder. Really, I've only made the one arm. Yeah, so I've only made one arm. I would normally have another one that just hangs down right there. And that arm kind of adds a lot of weight to it, so it's slanted that way now. But I'll eventually get to it. I think the next bit that I'm going to do is I'm going to use these sheets of aluminium, which came through not too long ago, Friday this week, and I'll just use them to plate this thing, make a cover, so there'll be a back to it, and something that'll hinge. Maybe I'll have it so that it hinges open this way and that way, so I can just there's two sets of hinges that just open. That might be easier. I need to get rid of this thing. That was just there so because when I was wearing it a while back, the whole thing just fell off of me and fell backwards down there. So yeah, I just temporarily attached this. But what else do I need to cover? Yeah, so I'll be going through weekly what things I've done that week on the exoskeleton. Oh, I forgot to mention about the hinges. Right, so I have these pretty standard hinges. So I have these hinges. They're pretty standard. They can move back and forth. Yeah, I'll need to cut these down a bit. Maybe I can use the ends of them in the railgun project, which I probably haven't uploaded yet, but I will do soon. You'll understand what I mean soon enough. So they just hinge like so, and then there are some clasps. Yeah, so then there are some clasps which just go like, yeah, so the clasps just go closed like that, and then I can lift this up and it just locks right in. Yep, so they just clasp. You can pull that back, that closes, and then I kind of need two hands. That would normally go through the hole that you see right there, and then it just clasps on. Yeah, it's easier to do with two hands. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I shall see you with this project next week.